Think about the last time you couldn't sleep. It's 3 a.m. The room is dead silent, but inside your head, there's a thunderstorm. You're replaying a conversation from 3 days ago, or panicking about a bill due next month, or spinning a worst-case scenario about your job. Your heart is racing. Your muscles are tense. Physically, you are safe in bed. Mentally, you are fighting for your life. That is the brutal reality of worry. It doesn't solve tomorrow's problems. It just empties today of its strength. The legendary Dale Carnegie spent years analyzing how worry destroys lives. And in part 3 of his classic masterpiece, he gives us the ultimate blueprint to break the habit before it breaks us. Welcome to Academia Explained Badly. Today, in part 4, we are breaking down the 6 powerful rules to crowd worry out of your life forever. Think about 1. Keep busy. Carnegie discovered a fundamental law of human psychology. It is utterly impossible for the human mind to think of more than one thing at a time. Try it right now. Try to think of the deep blue ocean and your upcoming dental appointment at the exact same millisecond. You can't. Your brain shifts back and forth. When you are active, working, producing, or creating, your mind automatically crowds out worry. The danger zone isn't when you're at work. The danger zone is the leisure time right after. When the engine of your mind drops into idle, that's when the monsters crawl out of the basement. If you want to kill worry, don't try to fight it. Just give your mind a job. Fill your schedule with meaningful action. As Carnegie says, the worried person must lose themselves in action. Rule number 2. Use the law of averages to outlaw your worries. Ask yourself this simple question. What are the actual mathematical odds of this thing happening? Most of what we agonize over simply never happens. We create elaborate, terrifying movies in our minds about airplane crashes, sudden bankruptcies, or freak health anomalies. But if you look at the statistics, the cold, hard numbers, the probability is usually close to 0. During World War II, soldiers stationed in the sweltering, sand-choked Mojave Desert were terrified of the harsh conditions and the isolation. But those who looked at the facts realized the actual risk of dying from the environment was minuscule. Stop treating a 1% possibility like a 100% certainty. Check the math. Let the law of averages do the heavy lifting for your peace of mind. Rule number 3. Accept the inevitable. There are things you can change and things you absolutely cannot. When a tree snaps in a massive storm, the rigid branches break. The flexible ones bend with the wind and survive. Think about the story of Ben Fortson, who at just 24 years old was paralyzed from the waist down after a freak auto accident. He spent years raging, fuming, and bitter. But the circumstances were fixed. The legs weren't coming back. The moment he stopped fighting the unchangeable reality was the moment his life truly began. He embraced reading, educated himself, and eventually became the Secretary of State for Georgia, all from a wheelchair. When you fight what is, you are trying to break a brick wall with your forehead. Accept the baseline reality, and then build upward from there. Rule number 4. Put a stop-loss order on your worries. In the stock market, wise investors use a tool called a stop-loss order. If they buy a stock at $50, they might set a rule that says, if this stock drops to $45, sell it automatically. Limit the damage. Do you do that with your life? Or do you pay an infinite price in mental anguish for things that aren't worth a dime? If someone insults you, or a minor plan falls through, give it a deadline. Say to yourself, I will allow myself to care about this for exactly 10 minutes. After that, the transaction is closed. Stop giving million-dollar reactions to 10-cent situations. Decide exactly how much anxiety a situation deserves, and refuse to give it a single drop more. Rule number 5. Don't try to saw sawdust. Go to a sawmill and look at the floor. You'll see piles of sawdust. But you will never see a mill worker trying to run that dust back through the saw. It's already been cut. Yet that is exactly what we do when we obsess over the past. I shouldn't have said that. I wish I bought that house 5 years ago. What if I took that other job? The past is done. It is written. It is unalterable history. Wasting your present energy trying to reshape the past is as foolish as trying to saw sawdust. Take the lesson, bury the mistake, and keep your eyes locked on the road ahead. Rule number 6. Forget your own unhappiness by creating it for others. This is the crowning jewel of Carnegie's philosophy. The great psychiatrist Alfred Adler used to tell his most melancholic patients, "You can be cured in 14 days if you follow this prescription. Try to think every day how you can please someone." Worry is an inherently selfish act. It forces your gaze completely inward, trapping you in a hall of mirrors focused only on your fears, your image, and your problems. The moment you turn your focus outward, to make a coworker smile, to help an elderly neighbor, to genuinely listen to the postal worker or the grocery clerk, the walls of your mental prison crumble. By giving joy, you receive it as a side effect. You cannot light a path for someone else without warming your own hands in the process. There is a beautiful Scandinavian saying that captures this entire philosophy. The north wind made the Vikings. We have this illusion that a perfectly easy, cushioned life is what brings happiness. It isn't. Happiness is victory. It's the feeling of triumph that comes from taking a broken situation and mastering it. It's the legendary violinist Ole Bull, whose A string snapped mid-concert, finishing the melody flawlessly on just 3 strings. Your life will have snapped strings. You will face deserts, accidents, and sudden losses. But you always hold the keys to the kingdom, your mind and your attitude. Stop looking at the mud. Start looking at the stars. Keep busy. Check the law of averages. Cooperate with the inevitable. Set your stop-loss. Leave the sawdust on the floor, and go make someone smile today. If you found value in breaking the worry habit today, hit that subscribe button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and let me know in the comments below, which of these 6 rules are you putting into practice today? Stay strong, keep moving, and I'll see you in the next chapter.